Hello YouTubers, Flyer556 back again. I'm going to do a video today on the type of hearing protection that Hickok45 uses. Doing this today because after watching them for a few years, I kind of got curious as to what kind of hearing protection does this guy actually use. And it wasn't that easy to figure out. I mean, it is easy to figure out if you know where to go to figure it out, but I didn't know where to go, and I did figure it out. And I came to the conclusion he has it in his frequently asked questions. He has one video that explains exactly what kind of hearing protection he uses. Normally, when you see him shooting, he's wearing a pair of these. These are the ones that he uses. These are made by a company called Hickok45. Alright, they're non-adjustable. It's just a simple pair of plugs. He usually wears them with the contour going forward, as you can see when you watch him on the videos when he's shooting. They look like this. That's it. Pretty simple, straightforward. Anyhow, the video is about what kind of hearing protection Hickok uses. So this is what he uses. This is one of what he uses. Hickok45 plugs. I got these at Dick's for $6.99. I bought a couple of pairs. Good to have. But what really made me more curious as to what type of hearing protection he used was these. I see these on the bench quite often while he's shooting in a lot of his videos, and occasionally he'll wear them when he's shooting rifle or larger caliber handguns. And I figured, alright, no problem, I'll go to the store, look for something that's green and electronic, and that's probably what he uses. But I found out when I got to the store, it's not that simple. A lot of places make electronic hearing protection that's green. They all look pretty similar. They're all relatively similar in price, between 40 and 80 bucks, anywhere in that area. So it's kind of hard to figure out which ones he uses. And that's what I wanted. As I've said in a few of my other videos, I shoot approximately 3,000 rounds of handgun a year, which is nothing compared to him. He probably shoots that in a week. But my hearing is pretty well deteriorated. It's really bad. I constantly find myself saying, "What'd you say? Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear what you said." So I figured I really should look into some better hearing protection. And why not go with what he uses? He shoots 100 times more than me. And as all you know, pretty much anybody with a gun and a computer watches this guy. And they see how much he shoots. So I figured my best choice would be to find out what he uses and go with that. Money wasn't even a factor. It wasn't about how much does it cost. It was about what is it. So that's what I'm making this video for today. This is what he uses. This is what Hickok45 uses when he's shooting rifle and large caliber handgun. They're made by Hickok45, the same company that makes these. Alright, it's an electronic earmuff. They're green. And the model is called the Impact Sport. Show you how big they fit in the palm of your hand, so they take up almost no room in the range bag when they're folded up. But when you unfold them and open them up, this is pretty much what you get right here. And on the side you'll see it says Impact Sport. That's the model. Alright, Impact Sport. This is what they look like. Now these things do a few things. I'm a truck mechanic and I do welding here and there on trucks, trailers, etc. And when the auto darkening welding helmet came out, I said to myself, you know, that's impossible. There's no way that thing can darken. As soon as you strike an arc, it's going to darken, and when you stop the arc, it's going to lighten where you can see. There's no possible way that thing could react that quickly. I didn't believe it until I tried it, and I use it all the time now, and it really does. When you strike the arc, it darkens. You do your weld, you run your bead, you stop, and it lightens up again, and you can regain your vision and see. It's amazing technology. This basically does the exact same thing, and more. What it does is when there's no loud noises present, you hear just as you normally hear with these muffs on. They don't block out any noise. But when anything above, I think it said 80 dB is present, it blocks all the sound out. It blocks it out completely for the time that the sound is present. Similar to the auto darkening welding helmet, it works almost the same way. as soon as the sound stops, it goes back where you hear everything again. And it reacts so fast. The reason I use the auto darkening welding helmet as an example in comparison to these is it works very similar. If you're in the range and you're talking to somebody and a shot goes off, it'll block it out for that split second. It'll come back on so fast. If they're shooting steel, you won't hear the shot. It'll be muffled, and you'll actually hear the bullet hit the steel. That's how fast these things react. They'll block out the shot, they'll come back on where you hear the sound, where you hear that bullet hit the steel. It's that fast. They're that great. I got these at Dick's Sporting Goods. You can get them there. You can get them at Amazon for less money. They're about 60 bucks in Dick's. I got them on Amazon for $53, but with the shipping it was like $58. Pretty much the same difference. But anyhow, there's probably 100 different places you can get them, but that's how they work. They're lightning quick. They also do a few other things that I'm going to mention quick. I'm going to try to keep this video short and just let you know what he uses and how it works and what I think about it. There's a few other features that they have. They got a microphone on each side. Okay, this little black thing here and this little black thing here is a microphone. And then right here is your on, off, and your volume. When you turn that on, they're on. Turn it off, they're off. It's also a volume because what these do, they also amplify up to 4 times. This way, when there is no noise above 80 dB, and you have them on your head, if you have lousy hearing like myself, you can adjust this volume so that you can actually hear better. Up to 4 times better. So you set it to where you're comfortable. You never got to worry about hearing the range master or hearing the guy you're shooting with or hearing anybody talking with this volume control, because it amplifies the sound to a comfortable level wherever you set it, so you can hear it with no problem. When I'm wearing these, I never find myself saying, oh, I didn't hear you, what'd you say, huh? Can you repeat that? Never, because it amplifies the noise, the sound, to where you want it, and it's not mono. So what that means is if you have these on, and if they were mono and somebody said something off to your right, you wouldn't know where it was coming from. You'd have to look around, all right, where did that come from? Who said that? With these you don't, because it's stereo. If it comes from the right, it'll come out louder in the right muff. It won't be so loud in the left. If it comes from the left, it's going to be louder in the left, less in the right. It's totally directional, bi-directional, where you hear it, the sound, as if you would naturally hear it without having anything on, which is pretty amazing between that and the lightning quickness of how it can block out the shot and you can still hear the bullet hit the steel. They're just amazing for around 60 bucks. Okay, so that's what they are. They're Howard Leite Impact Sport. That's the model. Basically, that's how they work. They have 2 AA batteries, not AA, I meant to say AAA. Right here. They're inside the left muff. You just pop this plastic cover off here, and there you go, 2 AAA batteries. They come with it, they're included. Not only do they give you the batteries, they also give you a wire, a 3.5mm jack that plugs in here, that you can plug into your phone, your iPod, or whatever, and you can listen to music through this also, amplified. Plus you can hear everything that's going on, plus it'll block out anything that's above 80 dB in the fraction of a second where you still hear the bullet hit the steel, and then hear your music and the conversation going on around you. Excellent choice for hearing protection. So everybody that watches Hickok and wonders, man, I really wish I could find out what kind of hearing protection he uses, this is what it is. It's the Howard Leite Impact Sport. On these it's the same thing. Howard Leite, it says it on the top. The simple plugs that he uses quite often, that's the products that he uses right there. That's it. That's all I wanted to get out there. Hickok45 hearing protection. That's it. Flyer 556, I'm out.